Hello YouTube family, Greg D here with TGN, and we are back with another DCUO daily video. And today I thought I would bring you guys, like I said yesterday, we'll go a little bit more in depth with the loadout itself, what I'm using, where my stats are, all that kind of fun stuff. So before we get into that, obviously we got to open up our daily rewards. We're getting a fudge ton of ally favor. So pardon me. So we're going to put that into our boy Superman. Okay. Also, it looks like we got some more mail, so I'm sure you guys have been going absolutely bananas again. Ooh, something sold. Yeah, I made some monies. Yeah. What Exile Mimic? Ever make a base video? They're getting popular now. I've actually had a couple. I've actually had a couple of people mention this to me now. Whether it be the comments and everything. I don't really have the patience to do the base stuff. I mean, I obviously have like decorated my base, but it's just basically thrown together. It looks just basically like a base item vomit, for lack of a better term. I mean, I haven't really like taken the time to really like plan out like, okay, I want this there, I want that there. I just kind of wanted to put some stuff together. Pardon me, I'm choking. Like, I just kind of wanted to put some stuff around, and that's what it is. And I like, pardon me, Jesus. But that's basically where I've been at. So, will I make a video in the future? Maybe. But that remains to be seen. What you got here for me? Oh, we got some spooky bags of trick. It targets assholes. Yep, there you go. Okay. And then we got some death metal picks. So thank you again, my friends, for sending me your stuff. Again, I really do appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put those in here. That gets us a little bit closer to rank 39. So we're going to do that. And then before we take a look at everything else, we are sitting on 14 grains of time, 242 source marks. We are at 22 death metals, which I need 40 to buy the last death metal amp. And I have 16 justice tokens. So basically, this loadout that we're going to be using is a might-based loadout, number 1, and it is a melee loadout, number 2. So that means you're going to have to be close. This isn't like munitions where you can be, away from the action and still do a boatload of damage. I mean, with melee, you have to get up in there. So, again, this will probably change around. Actually, what I should do is put our other artifact in here. Yep, there we go. So basically, I need to do my generator mods here too, because they're all pooped out. Alright, so for the artifacts, let's just start there. So for the artifacts, I'm using Quizlet, because Quizlet is a huge advantage to your DPS loadout. As soon as you get into combat, he comes out, he starts helping you. He's almost like a secondary pet. Or an ally, or any of that kind of stuff. So Quizlet pretty much does like the most DPS damage, according to Obsidian Chill, who, if you guys don't follow him, you probably should. He does really informative videos there. But Quizlet is amazing, pops out like as soon as you come into combat. Great. The reason why we have Source Shard, and the reason why I switched out the Strategist and Transformation card into Source Shard and the Grimorium Verum, is because these will help your pets. So Source Shard will give you God Wave Strength, which is a power that you can, or an ability, I guess I should say, that you put in your loadout, which helps your pet. As you see there, it says channel the cosmic energies of the Source Shard to enhance the prowess of your pets for 5 seconds. Now, this is primarily for the pets, so unless you are using Earth or Sorcery, like an actual pet power, you don't really need this. I would stick with like the strategist card or the transformation card, like one that I was using, or whatever you want to use. That's up to you. But in the case of Earth, in the case of sorcery, especially if you're DPSing, you definitely want Source Shard. Obviously, as you can see there, it's only rank 111, so I've got to do some more work regarding leveling that up. Same thing with the Grimorium Verum. I definitely need to level this up too, because I haven't unlocked the actual, like the full, the full thing yet. But basically what this will do is, while in combat, a creature of the void will come to fight by your side. That's one thing. But your pet casts a powerful damage beam for however many seconds, as you can see there, to its target that applies the following power interaction. So basically your pet will help you set up your power interaction. Again, you only want to use this if you are Earth DPSing or Sorcery DPSing. This doesn't affect like your allies, your trinkets, like nothing like that. So again, it's only rank 70. We got to level that up. I understand that. We're going to work on that. So let's go and show you the actual loadout. Now, you know that from yesterday we were kind of fiddling with this. So if you don't want to use the Source Shard, if you don't want to use that and take up a like spot in your loadout, then what I would do is I would do this. So this is what I personally would use. I would use Debris Field. I would use Unstoppable. Yes, you don't necessarily need the 2 power interactions, but this is a supercharged generator, so that's why you need that. Okay, so then I would use this. Then I would use Tectonic Break. And then I'm missing something. Oh, the supercharge. Okay. So that, if you don't want to use the Source Shard artifact and you don't want to use the God Wave Strength, this is how I would do my thing. This is how you do it. And then you would literally go from left to right and bam, 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 bam. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, so now, with that being said, if you do want to use God Wave Strength, I would just boop, boop. There you go. All done. There's your loadout. So from left to right. Now, again, actually, wait, no, I did this wrong. Hold on. Hold on. So we want to go here. We want to go here. And there you go. So there's a couple ways that you can like kind of mix and match these things. If you do want the damage over time, you could throw in, Debris Field in there, get the damage over time. That was like my go-to. If you don't want to use the pet, or if you don't want to use the supercharge, you could if you don't want to use this supercharge, you could obviously use Neo Venom boost, which would help you, and that's another option that we could do as well at some point. This is just something that I have right now for Earth. Like I said, you can always change these things. So if you don't like necessarily the Earth supercharges, which are Entomb, which is a low cost supercharge, or Earthquake, which is a high cost supercharge, which means it takes a fuck ton of time to like charge it up. And that's one of the reasons why you need Debris Field there, because if you are going to use a supercharge, even if it is Neo Venom boost, supercharge generator, it'll help you charge that bad boy up, and then you can use it easy squeezy. I'm sure most of you would probably agree that the Earth supercharges compared to like the sorcery ones aren't as good, at least in my opinion. I would much rather have sorcery and the grand summoning, but in this case, again, I would either use Entomb or the Neo Venom boost, and again, you're just going left to right. As far as your stat points, don't forget this is a might based loadout, so you want to have all of your, you want to do super powered, you want to do your critical attack chance, critical attack damage. First thing you want to do is might and power, for sure, 100%. Now I know in my case I don't have a lot of skill points. for you guys that are, you know, in the realm of like 400, 500 skill points, you want to fill up that first, obviously, might and power, and then you pretty much can go wherever your secondary role is. So in the case of like tanking, you could start putting points into dominance. If you want health, you can do that as well. I mean, and it even shows you. So for like, if you're a healer, you can start putting them into restoration. If you're a controller, you can put them into vitalization, critical power magnitude. I mean, look, so you have your controller ones, you have your healer ones, your damage ones. So what I would do for sure, 100%, is to do your might and power first, because again, we are talking about might DPSing here. And then again, whatever your secondary one is, that's where I would put it. So for me personally, being, if I was going to tank, I would start with dominance and then put them in health. And then if I was going to be a healer, I'd put him in the restoration, and then critical healing magnitude, so on and so forth. There you go. I mean, as far as your actual powers, I just put the one in the extra movement. As far as your weapons, you don't really need to go anything crazy here too. You just have your one. I mean, unless you really, really want to do a weapon mastery, you can put them in there, but I wouldn't, because that's a whole nother story. That's precision damage, and that's a whole different kit and caboodle there. But again, I mean, as far as like iconic powers, you could, you know, if you don't want to necessarily use the crystal or like the fury, if you're sorcery, you can use robot sidekick if you want. Again, Neo Venom boost is a great like alternative supercharge, because temporarily increase your strength, defense, and damage output. And the thing that's nice about this, and that I may end up switching to here at some point, is the fact that it actually charges up very quickly. It does. So I mean, over the course of a raid, you could literally use Neo Venom boost 5, 6, 8, 10 times, no problem whatsoever. So we actually might do that. And then as far as, let me see. So as far as anything else is concerned, you want to make sure, because again, if we're just talking about might DPSing, you want to make sure that as far as your adaptive augments, I mean, these are going to change per episode, because you know that every new episode that comes out, the one thing that I've noticed is we always get a new one for each new episode, but the one that you get from the new episode is always better than the one from the previous episode, even from a very low level. They're always better. So the adaptive augments will always change, I guess is what I'm saying. At least from what I have seen. Now your origin augments, again, because we were talking about strictly might DPS, mighty metagene all the way. All the way with the mighty metagene. Now if you are more of a tank, you'll want the dominating one. If you're more of the controller, you'll want the vitalization. If you're more of a healer, you'll want the restoration. I mean, it just depends. If you're precision DPS and want to go that route, you'll want the precise one. Again, it just depends on, you know, what you're doing in that case. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. That is literally it. As far as my gear, like I said, I got to go back to my base here. But I mean, as far as the pet, or like everything else, we went over the artifacts, we went over all that other stuff. I have the trinket, which is a dark construct tier 2 pet. We've got our supply drop, we've got our henchmen, we've got our orbital strike. Those are just things to help us out over the course of everything. And again, it's simple. You can just kind of lay, well, that's not what I wanted. So there's the God Wave strength, but you can kind of lay this out as easy as you want, honestly. Now again, there is some ways that you can kind of tinker with this, I guess is the right word. And like, if you don't like, again, if you don't necessarily like God Wave strength, you can go back, and if you like a damage over time, you can. But here's the thing: a lot of people like using Fortify Golem or Totem, but in this case, I feel like God Wave Strength could supplement or could be put in place of Fortified Golem, because God Wave Strength is going to increase the damage of the pet for a few seconds, and there's really not a whole lot of cooldown on it, so you can constantly be using that. Now, if you do want to use Fortified Golem, that's, you know, totally up to you. And again, if you don't want to use it, you can throw in a damage over time. You can throw in a totem, which is a damage over time and also heals the pet, which has been useful. I've used that in my loadout many a times. So it's really quite simple. It's really quite easy. Let's just go up here. And again, we can just show you, like, easy peasy. We'll get like a bunch of people here. So I mean, here's an earth guy here. So not even popping anything else. We'll just go and show you. So we'll go pop, 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 and then pop, 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 and then you can pretty much just use that for as long as your power is good. And then you can re-pop them, and then go back at it. And then you can see too that so you can see that, like, that first initial hit for our friend the pet is, you know, look at that, 52,000 while it's active. I mean, that's crazy. That first initial hit, and then it goes down to, you know, I mean, he's hitting for what? That first one is 17, 18, and then he's hitting maybe for 5, 6, 7. But then as soon as we pop the God Wave Strength, look, he's hitting for 52. So you can see, I mean, his damage went up by about 5 times there. Roughly about 5 times by popping up the God Wave Strength. We'll show you that again. So I mean, right now, even right now, see, he's hitting for 6,000, 17. That first hit is about 17, 18,000, 13,000, and then it's like, you know, 6,000, 5,000. But as soon as you pop that God Wave Strength, again, as you can see, 50,000, well over 50,000. So you're talking about a 3 to 5 times increase there. And this, again, is not even with using, and there's Quizlet too. So this isn't even using any of the pets. This isn't using like a trinket to, you know, boost yourself up at all. This is literally, and then if you really wanted to, like, you know, you bring this stuff out, and now you can see, and you're just, and then it just goes crazy. I mean, look at all the numbers. No, I'm not using parsers, I know, but I just wanted to show you, like, overall, how easy this is. So, I mean, it's crazy. But for what it is, I really like it. And then you can see there, like, how quickly the supercharge popped up there. And again, we might switch that out for Neo Venom boost at some point, but, and here, we'll even show you what the supercharge looks like here. So you pop out the supercharge. Now you can see, like, even this far away. Again, with melee, you want to be, like, right up on these people, like, right up on them. Now, see, like, with munitions, you could be, like, back here, easily. But, like, see, like, I can't do anything back here. You have to be within that, like, couple meter, you know, range here, where it's just like, okay, we're gonna beat the bejesus out of you. Oh. And another thing is, you got to get the timing down with jackhammer. So in this case, I have it over here on the right side. So we'll pop it, and then you just want to keep hitting your melee button, which is the square if you're playing for PlayStation. I don't know what it is on Xbox, but you just keep pounding it. And then you can literally just sit there and spam jackhammer. Now, a lot of people will say that Earth is boring because you're spamming jackhammer, and it is, to an extent. I understand that, but hey, guess what? It works, man. It works. And it can hit hard. And these numbers will only go up, you know, as you're continuing to level up your gear, as you're continuing to level up your stats, your artifacts, like everything that you got, as long as you keep at it, you are going to get higher and higher and higher, and it's good. One thing that we do need to do while we're thinking about it. Oh, I cannot warp. I'm in combat. I'm in combat. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to come over here. I'm going to go to my base real quick because I got to redo my generators, I think. Or no, I got to redo the white mods. But I mean, so you get a good indication. I mean, there's numbers everywhere. You have your henchmen trinket out. You have your little pet, your secondary pet, like the trinket pet. You have Quizlet out that comes out during the combat. You have your actual pet. You've got like a fucking little army, basically, helping you with your DPSing. So, I mean, that's... And I think, to be honest, I mean, that's partially, I think, why I know, like, it when I play, you know, not that the leaderboard matters, you know, necessarily. Like, we all know this, you know, not that it matters, but one of the reasons why I feel like I am always at the top is because I am using the extra pet. I am using Quizlet. I am using the henchman. Every little bit extra, especially now that there's like survival mode, there's elite stuff, elite plus. All these little things can help you. Even if it is something, even a robot sidekick, even if it is something where it's like, oh, a little 2,000 damage hit here, 3,000, that can go a long way over the course of a boss fight. So, I mean, just remember that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Again, you can tinker with this yourself. I'm not saying that this is like the best loadout in the world. I'm not saying that it will work for you. I'm not saying that you should run out and switch to Earth right now. Earth, for me personally, Earth and Sorcery are my two favorite powers in the game. I love the pet powers. Love the pet powers. I even like the pet powers when the pet sucked. Okay, I was hardcore about these powers. So, I'm a little biased. I'm a little bit of a fanboy when it comes to Earth and Sorcery. But again, you can kind of tinker with this and, I mean, make it your own. Again, if you don't want to use Godwave Strength, you can throw in an extra damage over time. You can throw in Debris Field. If you don't want to use Entomb as your supercharge, use Neo Venom Boost. You know, the possibilities here are endless. It just depends on... really what it comes down to is you know, does it work for you? Yeah, so even here, so what we'll do is let's go through, we'll go through the normal, let's go through the duo of Dark Knights. Now I know I'm only going to get like one death metal here, but we'll pop through that. Let's go to death metal actually too. Actually, in the meantime, let's go here. So we'll go out in the real world and we'll show you how this does here. Yeah. Alright, so we're at House of Legends. Do I want to do the Doom stuff, or do I want to do... Actually, since we're so close to getting... Oh, there we go. Okay, so we'll pop this up. I was going to say, since we're so close to the actual thing, we'll just work on the Justice stuff. But let's make sure that all of our stuff is... Okay, all of our stuff is good.
Perpetua has tasked evil worlds like new apocalypse.
Alright, so we're going to pop this. We're going to pop this. Here we go. Here I come. And a lot of times I've noticed that you can't even, like, get through the damn loadout. Alright, here we go. Ready? There we go. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. Look, I see I can't even get through like the whole loadout a lot of times. Because as soon as you pop that Godwave strength, I mean, like, your pet is going to hit hard.
Step aside, or I'll swing to
But again,
cover side.
here in a boss fight case, you got to be like up their shit. It's not like munitions where you can just kind of hang back. It's not like a ranged power. Now, there you can obviously make,
Dogs to cut down.
if you do like the ranged, you know, you can obviously tailor this, you know, type of, you can obviously tailor this type of loadout to range if you prefer, you know, playing with range. But I mean, oh, all right. I just saw 100,000 K hit for. Now look, I'm just beating the bejesus out of her. See? This is what I'm talking about. Up. Where's this bitch at? And then, but again, you got to be close. The only problem with this is like if you have a boss that moves around a lot, or you get stuck. You know, you miss the timing of the loadout itself, you're gonna mess up. But again, we're okay. So we're gonna pop that back out.
Will bleed for this.
Come on now, come on, pet. Yeah, hit it. 40,000, 50,000. Let's go. Let's go. You just gotta make sure they're close. Bam. Bam. And we got a feat. I don't know what it is, but...
Dark side, a dark father. You will defeat him in his misery.
And you will just kind of see here where, for purposes... Okay, so the other person is basically kicking my ass, but... So Earth may not be as good as munitions at this point, but... Oh, you're sorcery. Okay, that's cool. Sorcery.
Warriors.
So sorcery might be better than Earth. I don't know, but it's kind of cool that we both have, like... You might be better, might have more stats than me, I don't know. See, I messed up the rotation there. I do love sorcery too, for the grand summoning. Oh man, yeah buddy.
Save yourselves.
The kryptonite!
His suffering powers perpetual.
Which reminds me, we do also need to play some more with our
Perfect child.
alternate characters here as well.
Stand of Superman, he'd never serve the likes of
Oh, but he is not the only child perpetual granted. Behold, brimstone resurrected. Rise and serve Darkfather.
Make me proud. Alright. So, we're gonna pop you, we're gonna pop you. We're gonna get in here. Whoop. We're just gonna pop. Now, again, you have to kind of be careful because... Oh, block. Block it. Okay. Alright, and then we're gonna pop that, and then we're gonna... We're gonna get soups out here. Whoop. Block, block, block. Okay, Badoop. Oh. Get out of the fire there. Block it. Oh, way to go, dude. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get him done. I'm gonna get him done. Ow, bitch. Okay, we're gonna heal up a little bit. There we go. Ba-da. Oh. Oh, I need to get closer. Oh. There, see? Boom. Bitch. Sorry, I probably should have picked that guy up, but I didn't.
I will relish this fight, Dark Father.
Alright, now just to see here. Okay. Alright, so we got our... I'll get it. Oh, maybe I missed him. Damn it. Although I hit him, I think. And again, we'll just... Oh, see, he ran away. That's the only problem with this is you gotta kind of get up close on him. See, I messed up the rotation there. Messed up the timing. There you go. Bam. So pretty easy, right?
You are free.
Pretty easy, I'll say. Pretty easy.
I hear Lex Luthor has some sort of plan. I'm sure you'll find something. Good luck, Superman. I need to find my real father. Darkseid and I have unresolved.
Alright, we can. This is all stuff that we can sell. Stuff that we can sell. We can level this up. There we go. So that's good. That's good to go. I think we've got some more Badoo and a Badoo, so we'll get that up there. Now again, one thing that I could do if I wanted is I could put these into there if I really wanted to, but I'm not sure if I would, just because, I mean, yeah, it's a fudge ton of experience to put in each one, but you also run into, what if I want to change my power? If I'm gonna keep Earth for a while, then yeah, I'll probably keep it this way, but maybe I will. I don't know. I'm debating. I mean, could I throw them in there and then we'll rank them up big time? We could. Absolutely. But so yeah, there you go. That is the loadout in action. Now granted, it didn't do as well as sorcery, but sorcery just might be better than Earth at this point. You know, there's so many factors now. Like it's stats too. So, I mean, even though he might be a lower combat rating than me, he might have more stats than me. He might have more skill points than me, which obviously makes a huge difference. So, but overall, it's pretty easy. Again, the only thing is you got to be right up on the people because it is melee based. But let's see. Let me go see if I can actually buy anything over here from our friend, Mr. Rip Hunter.
Thanks for keeping the multiverse together.
I don't think I
This is
can.
the least I can.
Any pieces of gear that I can buy? No. I still need a weapon. I still need a better weapon. 100%. Definitely still need a better weapon. 100%. And that puts me at what now? I have 23 death medals. Well, actually, once everything kind of resets as far as the big bosses, that'll help out too, because then I can buy that last death metal amp, hopefully get some more death metal picks, and there we go. So with that being said, we are going to conclude this episode right here because I just wanted to focus it more so on taking a look at what you want to do as far as the loadout. Actually, one more thing that I want to show you guys, and I forgot to do it while we we're here. Before we do that, one more thing is I want to show you like the generator mods and stuff. So I want to show you the. All right, so we're gonna come down here. So here's a look at my base. As you can see, again, it's all kind of all over the place. Not really like a theme. Not really anything to it. I just put a bunch of shit places. But down here. So here, when you come down here, because you are might DPS, you want to make sure that you have all of these generator mods as might. If you were precision, you would want to have all these precision. Now I kind of did like a mix here, because obviously if you were solely going to tank, you want to have all dominance here. If you wanted to be solely a controller, you're going to have all vitalization. If you're going to be totally a healer, you're going to have resto. Here I also did a mix of health and power, because as you can see here, I mean, make sure that you have these up to date as best you can, because I mean right here, that's an extra what, 8,400 health. This is an extra 12,000 power. This is an extra what, 1,600 dominance. And right here, I mean, look, you've literally got about 6,400 might and weaponization rating right there. So don't forget to do your generator mods as well. So now, with that being said, we're going to conclude this episode right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. And again, thank you for the help. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, we will be doing a giveaway once we hit 10,000 subscribers here at some point, slowly but surely. And until next time, guys, we'll see you soon.